Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Aragon. So, what we'll be doing in this Let's Play is pretty simple. Playing Aragon. And well, Aragon does have a little advantage or two over the Castilians. Now, Aragon can get into a union, but that's only if they're player controlled. But let's look. Starting ruler, 2, 4, 6. 6 alone makes them 3 times better than the Spanish one. And so on. Now, I will be playing in Iron Man mode. This means France is going to be a lucky nation, as will a certain enemy of ours. Now, I'll be trying to get France into our side, namely so to try and get Castile down, because I want to own the Iberian Peninsula in its entirety. Now, this is going to be a minor challenge for the simple reason of the fact that, well, if France is hostile, it becomes a whole lot harder. Definitely. Now, I do want to integrate Naples, for the simple reason is Naples is almost 100 development by itself. Now, I can also, if I can get claims to my personal union, I will possibly steal Ragusa or some land in the Balkans. Not that you can see me waving my mouse there just yet. Anyway, so the army at the start is just 18,000. Bit less than I expected. So, France likes me. A certain Castile definitely doesn't. Castile has rivaled me, so I'll be rivaling them back. Who's actually rivaled France? Yeah, I'll rival England, since that will bring a common enemy, which will please France. Now, I can rival the papacy, but I want to keep on their good side, at least for the moment. So, Hungary. They're not going to really bother me at all, and I think they'll get crushed anyway. So I'm going to want to look for alliances, but I'm also going to want to deal with a certain Navarra. So, what I'm going to do is send this army straight there. Now, I do want to bring it up by a little to 10-4 for early game. Now, that would mean 3 infantry and some cav. Guess what happens to have the exact amount I need? Half of this army. So, how much money do I make at the start? That's plenty for an advisor. Do I have a military advisor? A discipline advisor? Oh boy. I think we might just do pretty good here. And I'm also going to get this guy. So, I can get advisors across the board, but I am going to want to keep my army well above the military and admin tech, the most important. This, not so much for an immediate moment. Now, Naples adds on its own 8,000 troops. Now, what is my trade looking like? I want to set that up, of course. Am I collecting in Genoa? I'm collecting in Genoa. Sevilla, I am transferring from, and Tunis I am transferring from. So I'm going to want to gain additional holdings, both in the rest of Iberia, which is not hard, in all honesty. Now, this leader I'm going to want to last as long as possible. The next one is much weaker, but he's only a year younger. So if I make him a leader... Oh. Well, yes, as you can tell, I'm not really experienced with start. So this should give me a Corsus Belli subjugation on them. So the moment I can, I'm going to try and get them on my side. France, I am going to want to strongly please immediately. Alliance, yes, damn please. So an alliance with the French is very strong, because it means I have right off the bat. Oh. Well, that's not nice, is it? I might have to vassalize Navarra then instead of subjugate. Now, I'm not sure who France... I think France would protect them, and also I am going to have to deal with them. Now, they are okay with the French, but the French are indeed the strongest here. Now, this does limit my expansion opportunities a tiny bit, but not really enough to limit me. They would indeed join, so what I'm going to do is quite simple. I'm going to ally them, and I am going to vassalize them. Peacefully, now. So I'll send a diplomat. Oh, he sent that, so I don't have to do that. So he's now on good terms with everyone. Consulate of the Sea. I might want to unassign my leader. So what I could do is quite simple. Claim from here onto there. Because I can claim his capital and take it in the very first war. And his capital serves as a coastal centre of trade, and I believe the only one in the Tunis node as well. This means, even with the exceptionally high coring cost, I can technically get a much better hold of the trade in that region. So what's France looking like? I am going to want that. Navarra is my interest, and it will block them off from Iberia. So what are relations with other nations looking like? Castile is ever so slightly higher. I can't have that. He's receiving subsidies from France. So I can do this and get a pretty hefty bonus with them. Now, they wouldn't accept vassalization due to a military power base. And, well, if I can increase my military in strength enough. Let's see, what does this bring it up to? If I can remove the economic penalty I have, then I should be able to get it. Now I can get this pretty much immediately on. Now I do want to get, for my first idea group, I think I'll be taking a different route here. Since I don't get natural... well, my military ideas nationally are pretty poor. But what I think I'll do is quantity. The simple fact is, extra troops, very early on, are going to be a great assistance. I'll proclaim my guarantee. So if I were to attack the Spanish, I'd have to deal with the Navarrans, it seems, inevitably. France also would not join, at least for the moment. And that's because France does not hate them. Which is not the greatest of situations, I'll be honest. Since, well, I would mainly need French muscle to break the Castilians. Let's have a look. So, I am stronger than Castile. Well, technically. Wait, no. I have a small force limit, but Castile isn't building up to their force limit. And if they have a disaster, well, that would be perfect. Now, I want to label him as a great interest. And I can't remember how to do that because I'm frigging retarded. There we go. He is a country of special interest already. That is perfect. So this would give me a permanent trade efficiency boost. Give some yearly prestige and diplomatic tech cost. Now, I doubt that will do anything that would hurt. So I'm going to take it. I will lower the funding on the army to make some more money. God, wrong tab. Just a bit more. If I need to, I can easily go straight up to full force. Now, this here, it does seem like a bit of a waste. I'll be honest, Girona and this. The French don't have a core on it, so I could just remove that fort. And I think that's exactly what I'll do. Because I don't need it there. So what I'm going to want to do, possibly attack and try and take Murcia. But then again, the richest provinces are indeed the southern ones. Now if I can take anything to get La Mancha, which is a gold mine, yes. I believe there is another gold mine in Castile. But that's actually quite false. So I am definitely wrong there. Anyway, so my fleet is going to have to be pretty good. Now I will separate off La Galles. And we'll have 14 transports, which are the perfect amount for my main army, and what will soon be my second army. He's at war with the Ottomans already. They're highly aggressive, it seems. So, with Naples, they're not really unhappy. So, that is going okay. Now I'm going to want to increase relations with Naples to potentially integrate them by pure accident. So what is best would theoretically be me just getting relations right up with them. Now I can't attack Navarra, so that's an issue. But I'll keep them there for the moment. Stop improving relations. Go and improve with the papacy. So, really, I'm not sure what achievements are specific to La Aragon, but I'll see where I end up, really, in the long run. Aragon is an interesting start. Now if I can trigger the Castilians, who are not allied to Navarra anymore, interestingly enough. Now that the mission is no longer... Oh, they did get vassalized, fuck's sake. Stupid friggin' Castilians. I am gonna have to punch them in the face. That's one of the provinces I will take. Aragon doesn't have the economic base apparently, they have just 50 more than me, but they can get it because reasoning. Anyway, that's not the greatest of starts, if I'll be honest. But it does actually offer a small advantage. If a war begins, and France is happily on my side, Navarra will be some free war score just by crushing that army. I doubt it'd hold out even in mountains. And I will have Tech 5 inevitably before they do. So I'm going to unassign the leader just to reduce the death ticks. Because you get more if you are a potentially dead. If you're leading an army, you have much more potential to die, I believe. So I'm making a lot of ducats, really, which is good. Mainly due to the removal of Rousseline, or the fort in Rousseline, rather. Now, if I can integrate Naples, I'd immediately be on pretty much equal footing with a Castile who has Granada. I'll lose a tiny bit of prestige for that. Haven't really got the money and I don't really want to spend it on that. Now I am quite sure that you can indeed trigger the Iberian Union via, well, as Aragon, without actually kicking the crap out of Castile. Now, I'm not sure what the specifics might be, but if I can, I definitely want to. Mainly due to the fact that that would make it ever so much easier, since even if they're highly resilient, I do think I could bring them down, namely through enable support loyalists, and where it says mainly support loyalists then, because it would reduce liberty desire heavily, but I do indeed want to hold on to them. Now, as long as France is on my side, I think that will be quite possible. So, I think what I'll do is go for a very specific conquest of Tunis. Just Tunis is in the single province, but I could indeed take the entire region, as this would grant a significant amount of trade power over this entire region. This is a total of in the node. How much is it in the node? Gives a total of 14. The trade power in this node that I have is just a measly 20. So it could indeed help significantly. Perhaps get it up to half a ducat in exchange for this, and it does gain a bit of land. Well, it is a gain of a bit of land. Why are you fighting France? Oh, let me guess. Province was vassalized by France. That's the case, isn't it? It was. That is a very early on. Just that. Now what I'm going to want to do is improve various factors of my nation. And I do believe I can take a other advisor if I need to, but I don't. So the Pike Square, land morale in tactics, but you get more tactics at 6 as well, but you also get new units. And I'm not sure if the new units are more significant or not. You gain an additional pip, which is nice. But you can do this even faster than I have by simply focusing it. So they are in the Genoa node, so I'll select the mission, protect trade, or hunt pirates rather, set them to Genoa, and that will prevent them privateering. I believe either everyone's land or just mine. If it's just mine, it's better, since that would mean that everyone else still suffers. So this increases my land morale and my military tactics. What the? Oh boy. Anyway, nearing the end of the first episode, and we'll finish it off with stomping down that rebellion, shall we? So, that is very good. And well, so, ooh, actually those go right over there, so I believe it'd just be better to land in Naples itself. Now these noble rebels are a threat to the vassal, and I do want to take them out. Now I don't really think I need to assign the leader. I'm gonna click that. Let's see, will they attach and help me deal with this? Yes, they will. So I do have a leader there technically, thanks to Naples, who did arrive admittedly a few days later, but that is perfectly fine. So papacy is good relations. Can stop that. So now they are all good. Let's get back up to Valencia. Now I do think I'll keep my capital in Valencia for the simple fact that it's quite central to what I eventually plan to have, though admittedly something here would be even more central, and something in Paris would be very central if I had to own Italy, Iberia, and so on and so on. Either way, we stomped down those rebels, and this is the end of the first episode, so thank you for watching. And I'll be seeing you next time, where, hopefully, we get a little bit more in terms of strength. Hopefully, enough to deal with Castile and Portugal at once. Now, I can't build anything else yet, so that's a shame. But either way, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.